Hello and welcome to my UberPool presentation. Before I get started, I'd like to provide a little context into this project. In 2016, I participated in Griffin Farley's Beautiful Minds, which is a 24-hour strategy bootcamp held by BBH. In this project, I worked with 5 other individuals to come up with a strategy for the client UberPool. Uber is a popular ride service that enables users to get quicker access to rides compared to the traditional taxi. To enhance the Uber experience, the company rolled out with UberPool. UberPool allows customers to share their ride with other users to ultimately make their journey cheaper. To start off our research, we went to the Uber site itself and looked up the deals that UberPool was offering to its consumers. We found through this that UberPool was positioning itself as a commuter carpool service. However, when we had one of our group members conduct primary research by ordering an UberPool and talking to the other riders, we learned that they did not like UberPool's current approach. One of the riders, Tom, said that UberPool makes prices of the rides cheaper when people have places to be. Through our other social media listening, we found that consumers hated that they had to share rides with people when they were already in a rush to work. The last thing they want to do is have to stop and pick up other passengers when they need to get to work on time. UberPool's brand problem is that the average commuter has time constraints and needs to get from point A to point B quickly. Although UberPool cannot reach the average commuter, they can reach someone who is looking for more excitement in their lives. In fact, through our social media listening on Twitter, we found that UberPool customers enjoyed the experiences they had on their ride. For example, Kristen Bell wrote that her driver was singing "Living on a Prayer," and this left her with positive sentiment about UberPool as a result. Her tweet was met with many favorites and retweets. Based on our research, who is UberPool really for? It's for those who have time, who are flexible, and who are understanding. They are also between the ages of 22 and 34, make an average of $40,000 and $60,000 a year, and are in college, graduates, or young professionals. But to figure out exactly who our new target audience is, we collected all of our MRI and Simmons data and made a primary and secondary audience. Our primary audience is the urban adventurer. They are people who are very price conscious, who are social, are experienced in their careers, have lived in New York City for a while, comfortable with themselves, and savvy. In fact, roughly 35% of people living in New York City are urban adventurers between the ages of 21 and 34. And this brings us to our secondary audience, called the New New Yorker. The U.S. Census Bureau stated that over the last 5 years, New York City has seen an increase of 375,000 new residents, with 90,000 of those being between the ages of 21 and 34. The people who just moved to New York are optimistic about their future because they're in the Big Apple, a place of new opportunity. They are open-minded with their experiences, and they are in a risk-taking mindset. Based on our research, we came up with the tagline, "We're all in for the ride," meaning that UberPool is open to exciting experiences during each ride, much like the target audience is up for experiences in their everyday lives. To promote the tagline, "We're all in for the ride," we came up with 4 creative executions. The first creative execution would be a community Snapchat story, where consumers would be able to take Snapchats of their rides and share it with the New York City community to showcase how UberPool provides unexpected experiences. The second creative execution would work with digital publications such as BuzzFeed, Thrillist, and Eater. These publications are great for individuals who are looking for the trendy and fun things to do in a new city. UberPool would post native advertisements which mimic real articles about the cool places that a consumer found with their UberPool buddy or the experiences their UberPool was able to provide them with. The third creative execution would be on carpool karaoke. James Corden's carpool karaoke segment is a fan favorite in popular culture because of the humor Corden and the guest celebrity bring to singing songs. For this execution, Corden would be filmed inside of an UberPool, singing with the driver and the other passengers. This brings us to our last creative execution, which is called UberPool Roulette. This experiential event would have consumers take an UberPool and be dropped off at any of the 6 locations listed on this slide. While the fun in the event is to not know where you'll end up, the consumers can expect to gain a good experience from it. The ask was to increase UberPool's daily rides to 2% of all New York City daily rides. Currently, Uber gets 33,500 rides per day. However, with our estimated target at 2,890,000 people, we are confident that this ask can be achieved. In terms of our communications plan, we would introduce UberPool to our consumers in the beginning of the year with our native ads in BuzzFeed, Thrillist, and Eater. In May and June, we would engage those consumers who are still hesitant to share rides with strangers with the carpool karaoke segment. James Corden would have the segment aired on his show, as well as have it placed on YouTube for audience members to see. In July and August, we would entertain the consumer with UberPool Roulette and the Snapchat story. Overall, with our retargeting to the new New Yorker and urban adventurer, our creative executions, and our tagline, we will be able to deliver on the ask to increase rides to 2% of all New York City daily rides. Thank you.